All right. Hello, everybody. We are back for yet another awesome week of Coast to Coast Lifestyles with Heather and my dear friend Cassie over in Mississippi. We today are talking about just kind of fun activities to do in the area, like fun, specifically holiday things. So, some fun Christmas, just holiday season shenanigans that we can get up to.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to make today extra fun because next week we're going to talk about market stats and that's not as fun. But then we got some exciting stuff coming up after that too. So it's
Yep.
all good. So,
We got to do
all
a
right,
balance.
Heather, I hear there's a big number one main attraction over where you are. So what is that?
There really is. So, whoops, let me share the right screen. I'll get to that one next. But the number one attraction is actually Leavenworth. So, when you look at things to do in Washington, or if you're visiting Seattle, this is the number one day trips it recommends because it's about an hour to an hour and a half away, depending on exactly where you're coming from. And it's a Bavarian themed town. And to my understanding, it's one of the only Bavarian themed towns in America. And so it's really well known for that. And it's really beautiful how they set up in the wintertime. So I'll go to a quick Google image search to give you an idea because come on, sure tap. There we go. I need to get used to this jumping around. So to give you an idea, like this is what it looks like in the summer, and it's completely surrounded by the mountains because it's in the mountains. So in the winter, it looks a little bit like this: snow-capped mountains everywhere. All the trees are lit up. It is just absolutely gorgeous. And they do tree lighting ceremonies there. They always have some sort of Christmas theme going on. If I remember right, I think at one point they might have done like a Hanukkah theme thing as well, but I don't remember for sure. But they're really well known. People literally travel from across the country to see their Christmas setup. And then another hour away is a big skiing destination, Stevens Pass. So it's really just like a great place for tourists to come and hang out during the holidays. So, and tons of great restaurants. There's breweries, there's cute little shops, and most of them are Bavarian themed. Like it's a fun little place to go.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Well, it literally looks like what they would model like if you buy like a little, I don't know if they still sell those, but like Christmas cities, like little
Yep.
model, like that
Oh
is
yeah.
literally what it looks like. They probably modeled it after that because it's so gorgeous. So is there
Yeah.
a time that I could like visit there and it'd be beautiful and the holiday lights and stuff, but like it won't be super cold?
Yeah. I mean, I'd say that they probably start the transition. I don't know for sure, but I want to say it's like mid-November when they start the
Okay.
transition. And then it's like, it's a hit or a miss on if there's going to be snow or not. It depends on the year and if it's an El Nino or a La Nina year or whatever. But I'd say that that's when it starts to transition. I mean, you can go in the summer and it's still gorgeous. It's just not Christmas themed. I want to say the tree lighting is like the first week of December or something like that. And then it's like
Okay.
full, I think the 25th is when they do full fledged, 25th, sorry, of November is when the full fledged shenanigans and Christmas activities.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. But yeah,
Well,
so what's, good.
yeah, I was gonna say we have a smaller scale, but one of our main attractions here is the Gulfport Harbor Lights, and so the Gulfport Harbor Lights, it runs from November 24th to December 31st, and it's our harbor, Gulfport, which is our largest city here on the coast, on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And hang on, I want to see if I can get some. I thought I had more pictures, but the harbor lights. Let's see images. There's a movie called Christmas in Mississippi that I think was shot here. But it is, there's just all kinds of things. It's a very large space. I don't know exactly how large it is, but it is quite an experience and it's super fun. And then a little bit further in like the Mobile area, we have Bellingrath. Bellingrath is about an hour away from where I am. So just depending on where you are on the coast, but they do the Christmas lights, and Bellingrath is like 68 acres, I think. And so it's very large. And anyway, they have all different kinds of displays there too. So that's probably our biggest, two light shows. But then we have, a lot of little smaller activities and stuff too. So what about you? Do you have any other kind of like not quite so grand, but also like fun little things to do or see?
Yeah, definitely. We have a couple more. Let me get my screen pulled back up here. Kind of on the same thought process of the light show that you guys have. We have a botanical garden in Bellevue, in the downtown area, actually, that is beautiful year round. But in the winter, they actually just put lights everywhere. And so this amazing, just botanical garden turns into a light show when the sun goes down. And I don't exactly know what it is for you guys, but for us in the winter, the sun goes down at like 4 o'clock and it's pitch black.
Mm.
So from 4 o'clock to like 8 o'clock or something like that, they have this beautiful show and they make it look like a botanical garden. It's just lights instead. So it's also pretty fun and pretty neat.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I took over your, hang on.
Oh no, you're good. You should go ahead and tell your next one.
Oh, goodness. Well, that looks gorgeous. I'm definitely, I mean, I might have to like persevere through the cold and come see you in the wintertime.
You should. It would be
Because that looks
awesome.
super cool. I just, I'm from the South and like, I'm a little bit sissy when it comes to the cold weather, but what, you're selling me on it. I think it's gonna be worth it. So
we'll take care of it. We'll make sure you're warm in between the cold moments.
There you go. I'm gonna tag Brian, my husband, in there because we gotta plan a trip. So
yeah.
So yeah, we've got just a bunch of little like different cities. So like especially two of our little quaint cities with like a really cool little downtown area are going to be Bay St. Louis and Ocean Springs. And I was just in Ocean Springs the other day, or last night actually. I was over there and they just do like the cutest. Their downtown area is just completely decorated with all kinds of lights, and you can walk around and go to the different little restaurants, bars, boutiques, everything like that. So that's super cool. I haven't been to Bay St. Louis this year, but I know they do a similar thing. And then we've got little like town greens, like D'Iberville Town Green. D'Iberville is one of our cities. They do like a little movie night. And then they do later on, I don't have all the events up, but later on, closer to Christmas, they do all kinds of little things there. And so we don't have, I wouldn't say like a main attraction outside of those, things we talked about earlier, but there's just always, Christmas on the bayou, and there's boat shows and parades and things like that. So, and this gulfcoast.org. So if anyone's ever planning a trip here, that's where there's always, all the events are listed there. So it's just nonstop. I mean, honestly, like after Thanksgiving until December 31st, we just have nonstop Christmas things going on and all kinds of fun things to do and events. And then we roll into Mardi Gras season. Do you know what Mardi Gras is?
I do, and I've never actually been in your area actually, no, that's why. I have been in like the day after Mardi Gras and partied with all the Mardi Gras leftover people, and that was, oh my God.
Yeah.
And that was like in New Orleans, I think, too, that I was there.
Yeah. So New Orleans, Mobile, actually, Alabama is where really kind of things originated, but New Orleans with the downtown and Bourbon Street and all that is actually kind of gets the most recognition.
Interesting.
And then
I didn't know that.
We take a whole week off school for Mardi Gras, and it's a big thing. So we'll have to have a whole separate episode. And then if you maybe have like a holiday that we don't, probably that's more regional, we could talk about that too. So be thinking about that.
Yeah, dude, I might need to come over to you guys for Mardi Gras. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, the date changes every year, but you can look it up, and it's basically 40 days before Easter, because that's when, it leads up to Easter. That's when everybody celebrates before they start the Lent season. So anyway, there's that. And so anything else that is that you wanted to talk about?
I guess there is one place I almost forgot, and I don't know how I almost forgot it, because this is another place that like people come from all over the state to see. So I guess I'll just share one more. Let me see, screen share again. Let me pull up the right one. This guy. So we also have a place called Snowflake Lane, and it's also in Bellevue, which for those of you not from the area is about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on traffic, east of Seattle. And it is the main street that goes through downtown Bellevue, which, by the way, is where Amazon's second headquarters is, one of Microsoft's second headquarters is. It's where Eddie Bauer's headquarters is. Like, there's a bunch of amazing offices and stores and stuff in this area. And this main road is called Bellevue Way. And they completely shut it down in the core of downtown Bellevue to throw a parade, a holiday parade. And what they do is they have lights that shine up the side of the Bellevue Mall and some of the offices buildings there to add the light. And then they also do soap snow. So it doesn't matter what the weather actually is. They have what looks like clumps of snow falling from the sky, and they do it from the top of the buildings too. So it actually feels like it's snowing. You look up and you just see what looks like a cloud of snow. And it's really neat, but everybody's just in these fabulous costumes. Let me pull up another Google Images. Everybody's just in these absolutely fabulous costumes, and it's just a really fun event. And they play a lot of holiday songs, Christmas particular songs, winter songs, and it's just an event. And it's like, if you're not there early, you are not going to be getting a good view. It gets crowded, but oh my God, is it special, especially if it actually is snowing. It's really, really cool to watch it. So then you have the snow mixed with the fake snow, and it's just so much fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. So is it like the main parade? Is it like one day, or do they do it multiple days?
They do it every single night from the Friday after Thanksgiving to Christmas. Every single night. And I used to live about a block away from the start of this. So we could hit and see the light shows and everything from where we lived just every single night. It was pretty magical. But that's, I think, one of my favorite things. Aside from Leavenworth, this is one of my favorite things to do.
So you close down Main Street where Amazon headquarters are, and throw a full-scale parade every night for a month.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yep. It's like 3 blocks, 4 blocks, something like that. So it's not like the entire street, but it's, I mean, you can see this area up here. This connects one of Microsoft's buildings. Microsoft has some space in this building over here. And this is Bellevue Square Mall, which is one of the biggest and nicest malls in all of Washington and maybe even the Pacific Northwest, I think. Beautiful mall. And so this is the walkway that connects them over the main road. They just shut it down, and it's a lot of fun.
That is super cool. Well, I have to say that wins the award for the coolest thing. I mean, but hey, we'll let everybody else decide. So y'all give us a comment. So well, Heather, it has been awesome. So we talked about fun stuff, and for the people who like nerding out with us, we'll be back with market statistics next week, and we'll see you guys then.
Awesome. Yay, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Bye.
See you, Cassie.